who goes by the name of Blueface, appeared in court this morning. Police arrested Jonathan Jamal Porter yesterday at Lolo's Chicken and Waffles at the Hughes Center near Flamingo. A warrant was out for his arrest following a shooting that happened last month near Las Vegas Boulevard and Sunset.
From the streets of Los Angeles to the bright lights of fame, and now the cold walls of a prison cell, Blueface's story is a wild ride of talent, chaos, and choices that finally caught up to him. This isn't just another rapper in trouble headline. This is a deep dive into the twists, feuds, and criminal fallout that landed him a 4-year prison sentence. Blueface's latest news isn't just about his time behind bars. It's about how the same drive that pushed him into the spotlight also pulled him into situations that seemed impossible to walk away from. We're talking about probation violations, million-dollar lawsuits, gang ties, and more drama than any career could survive. This is Blueface Scandal Update that shows exactly how fast a promising future can turn into a courtroom nightmare, and why this sentence might be the most defining moment of his life yet. Are we seeing the final chapter? Born Jonathan Jamal Porter in 1997, Blueface grew up in the tough mid-city neighborhood of central Los Angeles. His early life was a constant shuffle, first with his mom in Santa Clarita Valley, then with his dad in Oakland. The streets around him were thick with gang activity, and while his older brother got pulled into that life, Blueface kept his head down in school. He played the saxophone in the marching band, but shined most as a quarterback, leading his high school football team to a championship run his senior year. College scouts noticed, and he took an offer from Fayetteville State University in North Carolina. But the dream didn't last. Depression and homesickness cut his college career short, and by 2016, he was back in Los Angeles with no clear path forward, without school or steady work. His connection to the schoolyard Crips grew stronger. He juggled odd jobs, including one at Home Depot that ended when he was caught selling weed out back. From there, he leaned into dealing full-time, with rumored arrests that never stuck. Everything shifted when a Crips associate brought him to a recording session on a whim. He jumped on the mic, liked what he heard, and decided music was his way out. The name Blueface was born, a nod to his gang ties and his new direction. For a moment, the focus kept him out of trouble, but trouble was never far behind. In 2018, just after being dubbed LA's most controversial rapper, he was robbed at gunpoint at a Chevron station. He chased a suspect in his car. Shots were fired, and both vehicles crashed. Blueface was arrested for assault with a deadly weapon, a felony. Minor run-ins kept happening, like a tense 2019 traffic stop in his black Porsche that ended in a warning. But his biggest legal hits were still ahead. Fast forward to 2022. Outside a Las Vegas strip club, a man named Kabia Trailer said he was attacked by Blueface crew after a joke about him talking to women in a cheap car. As Trailer fled, shots were fired. Blueface took a plea deal for probation and a ban from Las Vegas, and less for work. Then the strip club sued him for $14 million, claiming his actions cost him their license. That case still hangs over him like a storm cloud. By 2024, his probation violations were piling up. He'd been placed on probation in 2021 for assaulting a nightclub bouncer, then again after the 2022 shooting case. In January 2024, he was sentenced to 6 months in county jail for shoving a fan during a performance and telling his entourage to get her. Just 2 weeks later, while still locked up, a judge ordered him to turn himself in for another probation violation in Nevada. That violation, being caught with drug paraphernalia, triggered the maximum penalty. In August 2024, the judge handed him 4 years. His father walked out of the courtroom devastated. His mother said she was proud he took accountability, and his manager pointed out that time served could reduce it to under a year. But regardless of the math, the message was clear. His freedom was no longer his to play with. Blueface's latest news doesn't just involve legal trouble. It's tied to the tangled web of his personal life. His relationship with Krazian Rock has been a magnet for chaos since it started in 2020 on his Blue Girls Club OnlyFans reality show. Their fights, public spats, and run-ins with the law often spilled into his other relationships, fueling probation issues. He's feuded with rappers like Lil Baby, NLE Choppa, and Soulja Boy, often dragging their partners or families into the beef. Even while behind bars, Blueface Scandal Update has included new prison photos showing off fresh tattoos, sparking questions about what's driving the sudden ink spree. Those images hit social media at the same time as lingering tensions with Krasin and others in the industry, making it clear that even without his freedom, the drama doesn't slow down. Whether a bitter lawsuit, a broken family tie, or a relationship that refuses to fully end, every thread leads back to the same thing: choices that keep stacking consequences higher and higher. In the end, the 4-year sentence is more than just time. It's a test of whether Blueface can ever break the cycle he's been caught in since before fame. The courtroom may have handed down the penalty, but what happens when the doors open again is still unwritten. Will this be the turning point, or just another pause before the next headline? What do you think? Can he make a real comeback, or is this the end game? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Blueface's journey has been a constant swing between highs and lows, and the background makes it all the more shocking. This is someone who had genuine athletic talent, a shot at a college career, and the charisma to pull people into his music. His transition from football to rap wasn't just about chasing fame. It was also about survival. Growing up around gangs, violence, and instability, his music became both an escape and a reflection of the life around him. But even at his best, those same connections stayed close. The stage name Blueface wasn't just branding, it was identity. That identity became part of the problem. It tied him to a reputation that the legal system and rivals never let him escape. Early wins in court, like the dismissed 2019 gun charge, might have reinforced the idea that he could navigate around consequences. But each brush with the law chipped away at his options. His 2018 robbery shootout incident showed how quickly he could go from victim to defendant, and the probation system left him in a position where even minor missteps could trigger major punishment. The feuds didn't help. With Lil Baby, it started as jealousy over Krasin and spiraled into public threats and accusations. With NLE Choppa, it was about an alleged move on Choppa's ex, leading to online mockery and talk of a boxing match that never happened. Soulja Boy's clash went further, with Blueface claiming he slept with Soulja's baby mama, prompting lawsuits and threats. These weren't just petty spats. They became part of the public record of his behavior, making him look volatile to judges and probation officers. Blueface Scandal Update often doubled as a legal update. His relationship with Krasin was its own legal minefield, with assaults, property damage, and public altercations creating headlines that lined up too neatly with his probation conditions. His family disputes added more layers, like the alleged attack on his mother by Krasin, after which Blueface sided against his mom. This personal chaos blurred into professional life, making it hard to separate the artist from the defendant. His prison photos, showing him in various outfits with new tattoos, suggest he's still curating an image, even while locked up. But behind the image is a pattern that's been repeating for years: conflict, escalation, consequence, and a short-lived reset before it starts again. It's why this sentence feels different. The stakes are higher, the history longer, and the window for a comeback smaller. In this latest chapter, the clock is ticking not just on his release, but on whether his career can survive one more round of scandal and suspension. Could Blueface use this time to break from the cycle, or will it just be the calm before the next storm? Blueface's latest news might sound final, but history says he's rarely out of the game for long. He's beaten charges before, turned drama into profit, and kept fans engaged through sheer unpredictability. But 4 years, no matter how it's cut down, is long enough for the industry to move on. Hip-hop doesn't wait, and a gap this big, combined with the lawsuits, beefs, and burned bridges, could leave him with little to come back to. Then again, this is the same man who turned an OnlyFans fight club into a cultural talking point, and who's kept his name trending through every kind of chaos imaginable. If anyone could find a way to turn prison time into a platform, it's him. The real question is whether that platform will be a stepping stone. Hit that like button if you made it this far. Subscribe for the next update, and make sure your notifications are on so you don't miss the next big twist. This might be the longest pause of Blueface's career, but it doesn't have to be the last chapter. Whether he walks out ready to rebuild or ready to burn more bridges, one thing for sure: when Blueface's latest news drops again, you're going to want to hear it first.